This video is basically trying to explain to you why you get music on Friday, why you get new releases on Friday, why Friday is being called New Music Friday. You're on Apple Music, there are new albums, there are new singles dished out to you on Friday, every Friday. Why is it so? Why is it that you go to your Spotify, you're seeing new music on Friday and you don't see as much music as you see on Friday on other days of the week? Why not Monday? Why not Tuesday? Why not on Sunday? Why not on Saturday? Are they not good days? Why do artists just tend to wait for Fridays to drop new music and new content? It's not a coincidence, because this happens every week, it happens every month, it happens every year, and we have gotten used to it. But there's actually a structure, there's actually a history behind it. In July 2015, the industry as a whole came together. Music executives, music artists, top label execs, and some reporters, columnists, and everything. They came together. I was not invited. I don't know why, because I listened to music. I don't know why they didn't invite me for it, but here's what happened. So they came together and they were like, how do we unify this? How do we cop certain things like piracy and whatnot? They came to a conclusion that they were going to set Friday as a date when new music ought to be dished out. It doesn't mean that you can't release your music on any other day. Like, it's your content. It's now 7 reasons why artists and why labels and why music companies distribute and release content to the music market on Fridays. Number 1, Friday is the happiest day of the week, and that is when you want your listeners to be listening to your new music. Have you ever asked yourself why you didn't like the music when you listened to it at first? Maybe you just got to bad news, or maybe you were just in a terrible place, or your boss just annoyed you and you listened to that music, and that is why you didn't enjoy the music. Most of it has happened to me. There are songs that I listen to the second time, I'll be like, why didn't I vibe to this shit the first time? So you need your listeners, you need your market, you need the demography, you need your audience to be listening to your music when they're happy. You need them smiling when they're listening to your music, because it's Friday, people are leaving work, man. I'm not going to be seeing my boss for 2 days. I'm not going to be doing anything work. I'm going for a wedding, I'm going for an event, I'm traveling to a friend to see a friend, I'm traveling for a little holiday, I'm going to the club. They're happy, they need new music, they want to vibe to something different, and your jam is just there and it has just dropped and you're their favorite artist and they're listening to it and they're like, boom, this is a hit. Number 2, clubs, events tend to slam your music. Friday, Saturday, Sundays, that's when you have burials, you have birthday parties, you have clubs on Fridays, you have clubs on Sundays, you have reunion, you have album launching parties. So you want the DJs, you want the people in charge of music at this event to slam your music, and this is when people are more aware. They don't have work the next day. So they're at the event and the DJ slams the new music and be like, okay, who sang this song? They get their phone and they Shazam it and boom, your song is there. So you tend to see a very high rate of people Shazamming your songs on that first weekend of release, because a lot of people haven't gotten to hear about your song. But DJs always source for new music, and at this event DJs tend to play new music every time. So it's always a great avenue for you to release your songs on Friday because of this fact. Secondly, pure music on radios and TV stations on weekends. Starting from Friday, they know that they don't have to play and they don't have to do any serious program. Nobody wants to hear political issues. Nobody wants to hear things about change and things about less plastics in the water. Everybody wants to vibe. Nobody wants to be serious on the weekend. You can leave that stuff for us on the weekday. Yes, we care about it, it's good. But the listeners just want to relax. They want to be in their cars, they want to go to the beach, and they want to be pumping the sounds on your TV stations, on your radio stations, whether they're at home or they're on the road. So most offline platforms that distribute music, that give music to the individuals, they tend to give fresh music on those days, because they want to give you something you've not heard before, something you've not seen before. So it's always good for you to put your music on Fridays, because it's going to help in that awareness and brand visibility. It's also a good time for you to interact with your fans, because most people are not really active on the internet on weekdays. So you want to get them when they are most active, and that is on the weekends, especially people who do 9 to 5. So people who do 9 to 5, most times they're just when they are going home from work and they are very tired, so you just tend to reply their messages. But when you get them on the weekend, when you get them on Friday night, even if they just go back from work, they're fucking energetic. So when you get them on Friday night or you get them on Saturday or Sunday, they are always hyped about the internet, and they are always following any trend on hashtag. So when your music has just dropped and it's out there, people are trying to give their value that you have. If you can test run it, that is why I like people actually seeing the statistics themselves, because when you release a music that is not on Friday and you release the music on Friday, you tend to see that people are trying to critique your music and your content and your project more than on other days. They're trying to say whether it's good, whether it's trash, or whether it's good. Because I'm hoping it's going to be good. So it's always great to drop music at that time, because more people are online, more people are interacting with hashtags, more people are interacting with trends. And if you're a big artist and an established artist, that is what you want. You want more people to jump on it. You want more people to learn their voices. And if you have a good project or you drop a good single, why not? It's going to spread more. So you need to take advantage of that first 3 days of release. It's very essential, especially as an established artist on Friday. Yes, piracy. They won't have enough time to pirate your music on Saturdays and Sundays. Even if they have enough time, they won't have enough time to distribute it. They won't have a lot. Like, take for example in Nigeria, where they do most piracy is in Alaba or in Ncha. Now, for pirates to pirate your music and then distribute it to the north, or distribute it to the south, or distribute it to remote areas, it's going to be very hard. Most of these people might have been looking for your jam and they just want to consume it, because most of the distributors might not work in weekend. Most of the stores in these remote areas or in these locations where they don't actually do the main production for the piracy, they don't get this content, so they just want to consume it, and some of them result in buying it. We have a very short attention span, and everybody has this insecurity of trying to get on trends. So people want to listen to this music. You don't want to go online and people are vibing to this sound and you can't get to hear it. You check blogs and you can't get it on blogs because they can't get it. The streaming platforms tend to plug this music into all these playlists, because people go to these playlists regularly, so they tend to revisit the playlist every Friday to see whether there's a new song there. You know, I'm tired of my workout playlist, I'm tired of my party playlist, today is a new Friday. They tend to start from those new music. Okay, this has been updated, and okay, I have this Flow Rider jam on this party. Flow Rider does amazing party hits. What's this about? And they tend to play Flow Rider first before the previous songs they've already been used to. So it's good to plug your music on Friday, because if you don't plug it on Friday and they update their playlist and you plug it on Tuesdays or you plug it on Wednesdays, you have to wait extra 2, 3, 4 days for them to plug it on those playlists. And of course the charts, regardless of if you're an Indian artist or you're just an A-list artist or established artist, you want to take advantage of that chart. You want Billboard, you want charts and other radio stations and reputable charts to be able to calculate your numbers, and you do this on Thursday evenings or Thursday nights just before Friday. So you want to drop it on Friday so you have enough time. You have a 5-6 days window for your numbers to be collated and for your numbers to be counted and put together, so you can get up there or you can stay below. Wait, now it's not because I told you or the industry has told you that the best time to drop music on Friday, that means that you're going to drop music on Friday. We have a very short attention span, and once Friday is over and people have vibed to all the music that have been dropped, they need new sound. I'm telling you, they can't wait till Friday. I'm recording this video on a Sunday and I'm already tired of all the songs that have been dropped on Friday, because I'm a huge fan of music. So you still need those artists that are going to drop songs every other day of the week. You can drop a project, but when it comes to singles and songs that have their own identity, it could be different ways for you to drop it.
For more music industry content relating to this, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. It's Ncha.